Hello everyone, I'm Alex Oliver and these are my friends. Today we're playing Star Wars RPG, The Encroaching Darkness, Episode 6. I'm here with some amazing RPG players today. I've got the one and only Chris Kidd, I'm Chris Kidd on all social media. We've got Dave the Grey, that's the Hairy Game Lords on YouTube. We've got Brian C, currently just making his name on the Alex Oliver channel. And we've got Mr. Johnny Belize himself of Johnny Belize fame, Johnny Belize Productions, and of the upcoming new channel in the network, Eerie Entertainment, our star guide for the evening, Mr. Max. Take it away, bro.
Well, hey guys, hey, welcome. This is our sixth adventure for this crew. Um, what we had last is that our terrific crew were trying to find information on how to get off planet. They were supposedly receive information about a possible starship impounded from Imperial forces in the area. And thankfully for the new crew members they have gotten the information where they needed to go and gotten their hands on the transport to travel there. But through the ride, it wasn't all too well. It seems like it worked well, but for some reason the technician kind of maybe crossed wires and it kind of messed up somehow. I don't know, or either was a pilot. You really don't remember. But as you traveled on, you finally got to where you're going. But unfortunately, as they were rising over a hill, the engine stopped and it became a giant sled to get in the area where they needed to. But they snuck upon the uh, the base, got into the warehouse where they needed to go to, but they didn't have what they needed. They somehow triggered the alarms, and they were starting getting assaulted by Imperial forces. What they found was an armored wheeled tank, and your mighty Jawa on the guns kept them at bay until they piloted out of the area. And as they were racing from Imperial forces, they fell into an ice crevice, landed onto a large, ice tunnel that was leading up with a giant glowing white light. And as they were going up toward it, it was this brilliant light that shines in their face, and this is where we begin. Now, gentlemen, as you are progressing through the icy cavern entrance, you see that it looks like there's like big white sheen because of the light of coming off something, and you see there's like multiple tunnels. But what you see as you're getting closer, there's a green glow, and looks like there's like tendrils of like a green crystal that kind of like spreads out like tree limbs, leading down.
Oh, okay.
And as you're going through now, Chris, as you're getting through closer to this, you feel there's like something pulling you toward the green crystal, like something that you feel like familiar but different. Like like that vision thing you had feels similar to that.
Didn't you
All right,
say
gentlemen.
we're going to be rolling something at the start?
Yes, you guys can roll Force Destiny to see how the Force is with you or not against.
So that is the white dice, isn't it?
Just roll one white dice.
Let's go. Dark side.
Everybody,
Dark side, dark
everybody
side,
rolls
dark side. Ooh.
Oh,
Another one.
oh my God! Oh, all right, one,
really?
three, four. All
Oh,
right,
oh,
so what, like,
we've got
all
wait,
right,
we've got one more coming.
all
Uh,
right, dark,
yeah, yeah, Johnny,
dark.
roll
Am I rolling
the
the white one?
yeah the white
Yes,
one.
roll.
Yeah.
Is it going to be 5? 5 out of 5.
Oh, let's go five. Oh, it's a dark day.
Oh, and so, gentlemen, what I'm
That
gonna
is
do is,
shocking.
all right. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna flip one right now because I'm saving that for a good point. So, yeah. So as you guys are basically like going over it, you see there's like an ice tunnel, and there's like it's like a swirl, like little like ramp that goes down. But you see there's like a dark, basically darkness kind of there, but it's kind of shines a light. But there's a giant crystal, like probably like branch, like kind of like seems it kind of growing through the different little entryways around. But what do you guys want to do? You have like maybe 4 or 5 tunnels to go through.
Well, seems like Crick's like just like going somewhere anyway. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Hey, human.
So, guys, I know
earlier when I was
AQ.
piloting our way here. When I was piloting our way here, I might have stumbled upon a schematic on the systems, and I'm pretty sure I know the way that we need to go. If I'm wrong, all we do is double back, but I'm pretty sure this is the right way. So just follow me.
Fix up my gun and let's go. I trust him. He's never been wrong yet. He won that
Apart
tournament.
from every single time.
He won that. He won
Drive.
that tournament. Yeah.
All right, so is our pilot gonna be need to roll a piloting land planet, and it'll just be a 2 difficulty.
Oh, we've not
Whoever
landed
rolls-
yet.
No, so you guys are in like it's a giant tread kind of tank thing, so it's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
hover. So, but the problem is that as you're going through, you notice that there's some of the cracks and some of the ramps, so you're kind of trying to piloting safely over it, and hopefully you don't go down.
Okay. So who's piloting it? It was Crick, wasn't it?
I wasn't piloting. You
No?
wouldn't
Yeah,
let me
I
pilot.
can't remember.
Yeah.
But
Was it? No, it wasn't me because I was on the guns. No, this thing doesn't.
I
have
think it
guns on
was
This is a different
between.
thing.
I think it was between me and.
I think it was the
Yeah.
Estelle?
was I pilot?
I think
Yeah,
you were piloting,
Perhaps.
Yeah,
and I
think
was
it was-
I don't think I
co-piloting
was.
to help with navigation.
Mm-hmm.
Roll to land, the
I thought it
bitch. See if you can land her.
First safe landing out of 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
What did you say is to roll a pilot in planetary?
Yeah, planetary.
Right, Dave, don't let us down.
I mean, David's doing really good. Roll. Let's see how that goes.
Dave's famous for his great rolls. What are you on about?
I know, right?
Kill
Oh,
it! See, I
right.
told
What else
you.
am I? Hang on. Sorry, I was supposed to roll. Is it 2 purples as well?
Oh yeah, we forgot about the difficulty dice, eh? Oops.
Gotta
Okay,
hope so.
no.
too.
Yeah.
Still succeeds by success. So he's sitting there, and you guys are going around through one of the edges, and you can start seeing some of the pieces of ice fall
That's
down and stuff like that. So he's kind of like,
that's one of my good landings.
yeah. So he's just slowly piloting around there, and you, Chris, as you notice is that you feel through this weird crystal vines that there's one goes this way, one goes that way, but there's like a really large, like vine of green crystal going through a certain tunnel, and you feel there's a good pull to go that way.
So
N-
I tell them steer towards the green. Green means go. Let's fucking go. Hightail it.
So we're still inside the vehicle. We're not. I thought we were out the vehicle. Right. Okay. Sorry.
Oh no. It's up to you guys to want to walk, but
No,
I
if we're
mean,
still in the vehicle, I just thought we were out, getting out. No, it's cool. All
yeah,
good.
it's just you guys can't go really fast because you're missing a tire and you just a lot of damage to it. But it's enough that it goes like pretty decent speed.
Okay.
We got a
Let
hoopty.
them walking.
And did it have any
Especially
gun
for our
turrets? This
Java,
thing?
because he's really short legs.
Yeah, sure.
Did it have gun turrets? This thing, Max? Remind me.
No, you had the large turret, so you were basically shooting on the gunnery, and it has like a big turret on top, so you're basically shooting behind them, basically giving covering fire from as the guys are coming in, and you basically run off and you're shooting behind you, like at some of the little ships that are coming after you. You took them out one of them.
And we're back.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice one, Dave.
Yeah, this gun's just shite.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh,
so you guys
almost as
continue.
bad as my piloting.
I mean, at least you succeed for now.
Yeah, that was a good
as
one.
you're- Yeah, as you guys are going through, go through the tunnel and stuff, and it seems like there's enough light coming from the of the green crystal vein, and you see as you're going through, it basically webs through the whole tunnel. The tunnel is maybe about 300 feet diameter around it. It's huge, and as you
This
guys,
This green crystal, can I try and like knock a bit off?
Oh, you can try. You can try.
Be valuable. See if we can knock it off. I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen this guy on a ship before.
This is like
Could be valuable.
It wouldn't say it could be natural, but unnatural at the same time that you're thinking.
Here's another first.
Yeah.
I'm about to agree with
Excellent.
the Twi'lek.
I'm immediately suspicious.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you need to stop the craft if we're going to
Yeah.
get out.
Well, I mean that's fine if you
Yeah,
want to.
yeah. Stop.
So you go. So
Stop
you
and see
basically
if we can knock some.
Well, yeah, you see there's a couple, one of them there's like, just like trees, there's little branches of it, they can get through it. So you can attempt to do it. So that would be a, give me a second. Let's see what proper skill this would be. I would...
I mean, I could just drive the vehicle into it.
Crash it and breaks them off.
Okay.
Yeah.
The vehicle's already fucked though.
And
Yeah,
just
so-
gently.
Yeah,
Just
so
a wee-
roll another...
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll another piloting, it would be 2 purple, but with a...
Start looking for seatbelts.
Oh, there's seatbelts. This is a
I'll-
military
I'm
grade.
holding on, yeah.
Sorry, two purple and a black. Did you say?
Yes, the 2 purple and a black.
I knew I didn't
Aw.
like it.
Unfortunately, gentlemen, as he's going through, you feel like, as he's trying to run something over, part of the floor caves in, and it wrecks the tank.
Oh.
You're kind of well, and so you gotta walk now.
And Dave's normal rolls are back.
I
And the tank is fucked.
feel that was going to happen.
Anybody got
That was
AAA?
a terrible idea from the Jawa.
Oh, from the Jawa, right, okay. I'm never
Yeah,
agreeing with you
Yeah,
again.
never listen to the Jawa.
I'm never agreeing with you again. That's where I went wrong. That was my mistake.
Yeah.
Right, we'll get out on foot then. And I guess we could try and just chip some off with a little. Who's got a knife or a Mr. Crick? You've got melee weapons.
Oh, you guys have survival gear, so it comes like like.
Oh,
a survival
yeah.
kit
That would
thing,
be
so
a
you
little
might have-
pick.
Ice
Yeah, so
axe
you guys-
or whatever.
You guys can do what you want. I really don't want to disturb this area.
Let's have a little dig it here. Let's get our little ice axes out and go and see if we can get a bit out. Yeah.
So for that one is going to be survival, because kind of doing digging and stuff like that.
All right, eh?
Oh.
It'd be a 2
Look at-
purple.
I look at the Wookiee. Should we get a head start on this?
Survival with 2 purple.
In fact, get the Wookiee to hit it.
I get the
That's,
Wookiee to hit it exactly.
Come on, Wookiee.
I got
Yeah, hit it, go
We'll
ahead.
have a go, but the
3
Wookiee-
successes from your boy though, Jawa though.
Yeah, the Wookiee just holds the
gets
Jawa
a
up and
tiny,
lets him hit it.
tiny piece of.
No, so what it is, he gets the size of his pinky, his pinky size. He gets a piece of that crystal, because this stuff is hard. It literally, as you sit, and he kind of chips it, and it seems it's enough that it's a loose piece that falls off that with enough of a swing. So basically, it's like Java pinky size.
Okay, I'll put that in my inventory.
Hey, Wookiee.
Yeah.
Wookiee. hit- Just hit that with something big and serious.
I actually hit it with my vibroglaive.
All right. So that would actually be a melee attack, and then that one would be for what you're doing
Nice.
at that. Would just be 2 purple, but you probably can do enough damage with your glaive. It shouldn't be a problem. Nice. So what you see him, he just and just slams into it, and he hacks into this giant piece, and something falls the size of a football, like American football, about that big, falls out.
Nice.
But
bigger
as he
than mine.
does this one, you start seeing the lights kind of flicker out, and
Uh-oh.
then it dims, and you hear a large roar coming from behind you.
Hmm?
Play
And,
load that bomb up.
Yeah. So, Chris, as you see him there start fucking and stuff, and you're kind of maybe just thinking this is a bad idea. You felt like a huge kind of feeling behind you, like anger, pissed off hunger, and you get like a flicker vision of something huge with a lot of teeth.
Guys, we've got to keep moving. We've got to keep going forward. There's something coming to get us. I don't know what it is, but I feel that horrible feeling that I had just before we came out in that fighting pit. Let's fucking hightail it. Go.
Goes as fast as my little Jawa legs can carry me. I jump
Pick the Jawa.
jump
pick
on
the
the
Jawa up, start
Wookiee's back.
Oh yeah, I'll pick the Jawa up under my arms. Like, let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Football. So as you know, everybody start running, you start feeling like the whole cavern shaking, and then you start seeing like the stuff glows for a little bit and dims for enough. But as you turn around behind you, you start seeing like multiple like glowing green eyes, like a whole facet of eyes. Then as it's getting closer, you see where the tank was. Something opens up and consumes it.
Yeah.
So this
Oh,
thing
crap.
is big as the tunnel.
Run
This thing-
faster.
Ooh. Have you got a picture?
Oh yeah, give me a second.
Post it in the Discord chat, in the voice chat for this channel. And I can show it on stream. You do.
Can bring it up.
So, as you're pulling that picture up, I turned to the Wookiee as we run, and I was like, "Look, I got a plan. It's probably not great, but if you flick me up, I'll hit the top of the tunnel. You hit the bottom, and let's try and close this chasm behind us, because whatever that is gonna fucking eat us up. We ain't gonna be able to run this shit."
So I'm gonna do
Okay.
it in the written one, so that should be it. The little right thing you write stuff in. The show chat.
In
Will
the
that work?
in the chat for the voice channel, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that real quick.
I've got it set up so I can show that.
Find the thing. I'll just save it. There it is. Right. There it is. It looks something like that.
Sweet.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. it
Like
looks
tremors.
Yeah, yeah. It pretty much it's a nasty creature coming after you guys. But this one, it basically has it has like kind of like carapace on it, and it has multiple green eyes. But you realize by basically looking at this, you see it somehow the crystals react with this creature, and you see as the tunnels from basically if you basically even with a survival role, you see like these tunnels are probably made from this creature.
Ah, right. So this is how it moves around. It's made those
Mhm.
tunnels.
So
Yeah.
it basically devours whatever it's in front of it to move through.
Mm.
So yeah, so you
Well,
guys want what?
At,
So
at least if we collapse the chasm behind us, it's going to slow it down for some time. It won't be
Yeah.
able to just sprint at us at a pre-made tunnel. So,
Okay. Yeah, so I would say roll a perception, see the best parts of like to weaken the tunnel area, to maybe collapse it. This is going to be a 2 purple with a black because of how the dim light is right now. Because it would be brighter for you, but the crystals that you got, the crystals you got from the main one, does not light up at all.
so I was thinking to collapse the tunnel.
Mhm.
I was going to use the Wookiee was basically going to have his hands out like this.
Oh.
I was going to run at the Wookiee. The Wookiee's going to throw me into the air with strength.
okay.
And I'm going to use my Eco Blade to hit the top of the tunnel.
Mhm.
And as I come back down, because gravity,
Mhm.
I hit the floor and the Wookiee does the same. So I'm not really looking for a weak point. I'm just looking to smash.
Oh, you're gonna use your energy bow staff as a way to like do like boom, and just
Yeah.
kind of cause energy. All right, so
Yeah.
yes, if Brian wants to roll an athletics check to throw you up, That'd be 2 purple, and just if he wants to rage out and just kind of just like run, like 2 basically 2 strain. That'll give him a free blue that gives him an extra boost to fling you up.
Ooh.
Okay, and 2 strains.
So is that how you use strain? Okay.
I'm just giving that it's more cinematic kind of
It's
thing.
just-
So he's
yeah.
sitting there,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, thing.
Okay,
But yeah.
here we go.
1 failure, 5 advantages.
No, hey,
Five
the
is
question
dead.
is, no, the question is, if you want to use your blue, like the light side right now, allow you to just re-roll it again if you want to, because this is a really good pivotal point that you need at least 1 success.
Yeah, I will use it to reroll.
Yeah.
Just 1 success is all
Do
you
that.
need.
Blue. I was 5.
Oh, that's more like it.
So
That
he's
is
sitting there.
more
He's,
like it.
you see him like just kind of like because he's kind of raging out. And he's sitting there, roar, like he's growing a roar, and he's looking at us like, "Let's go!" Flips him up, and literally he comes up like an aerobatic, flips around, like as he's like Death Growl basically sitting there, spins his glaive, waits for him, and you see I don't have to you Chris, you don't have to roll it, but you see with his bow staff. But as you're going through this, Craig, you're going down, you feel like the presence of the crystals bright around you, and you feel like this surge of energy around you, and you feel that any of your bow staff becomes like a spear of green energy. You slam it to the ground, and as Death World does this, he slams his glaive, and you see there are 2 fissures of cracks that grows around the tunnel, and as this creature comes through, you see 2 giant spikes come out and just shake it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It doesn't kill it, but you see it kind of just, and it's kind of you hear just Ronald like weak, pain roar, and it's looking at you, and you
Nice.
see all these eyes glow really brightly, and it's looking at you, and it's you feel this creature's looking right at you, Crick, and it's just you can like as you look at this creature, you can see like there's almost a meld of vision that is seeing you, and it just sees like different auras of creatures, and you're radiating of like a white green aura around you. And you can feel like there's this complete hatred for you right now, and it wants to consume you.
Should we blast the shit out of this thing while stuck? Or should we just keep running?
No, while it's stuck,
Well-
yeah, I think we maybe should.
I think we should get out of here. I don't
Um,
think we should fight it.
No, this thing, from what Craig, what you can feel, this thing is temporarily keeping it back.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so
I
but
don't think we're equipped to take it down.
No. This is this thing is tough. I mean, this is enough. It pierces its hide, but this is enough. Like you're fighting a bull and you got like 2 spears at it and it's keeping it back, kind of deal. So
We're staring into the mouth of the Sarlacc pit.
Nah,
Yeah, that's what
Basically-
I'm thinking.
basically,
It's time
wait.
to run.
let's get out here.
all right, and what's nice is that Craig is with this whole like you guys kind of see a green glow going about Craig right now, and his it's like his bow staff right there, and you can see there's like an energy like kind of like an electrical green field that kind of flows along the veins, and you can feel Craig that you follow. You can see it pulsing and is leading where you need to go like now.
Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
Let's fucking get out of here.
Let's get out of there.
I'm sitting on the Differal's shoulders, going, "Put the point." I don't speak Wookiee, so I'm just going, "Follow Crick."
That's pretty cool. So as you guys are running through, Crick is leading you through. He goes through one of the veins, and you see there's one of the like pulses leads through like a large hole big enough for the wiki to go through, and he basically runs in there. And as each of you guys are falling through, as you come through, you see like the entrance that you had, and if anybody turns around, the entrance is gone. And literally, there's like a small cavern tunnel that leads you guys to where you're at right now, full of this green material.
And this is all still glowing as well, yeah?
It's pulsing, and it's basically just leading where you need to go.
Ferd is trying to help.
Curious how he knows where we need to go, like, but I'm still following.
That's between y'all and him to talk about.
I mean, I'm just sitting
This-
on Dithral's back. Does Dithral understand Common Tongue, by the way?
Oh, common. Everybody pretty much
Yeah,
does. It just doesn't mean he has to speak it. But no, so it seems like probably about an hour or two that you guys get to out of the tunnel, and there's like a small little cavern area, and what it is, you notice that as you're going through, is that the entrance you came through is gone too, but the cavern area looks almost like natural, but almost maybe man-made. And you see, there's kind of like part of it is like a white marble ivory stone that's in one point that looks like there's steps that it leads out, and you start as you're getting through. It's like you see there's like lights that appear, and there's like just like glowing bluish white lights that kind of float around.
Don't
You
touch
see-
them.
Touch them, and it's like it looks like maybe a hologram, and it slowly becomes a basically like a galaxy map, maybe just for fun, and you see like different stars and stuff.
Was that one with my stun baton? See what happens. Zap.
Nothing. It's just like you see, like it basically said like just on this that is like the whole room has this like floating stars and a bunch of random stuff. It is like something that doesn't really make sense to you, but it's literally just all you guys have is like one room and there's stairs that lead out.
Well, I think we should keep moving because that thing's going to dig its way out eventually.
Mm.
We need out of here. Correct?
Is it closed up behind us?
Yeah, so like the entryway right there, but you seem like it's the
It'll
same
get through
material.
eventually, yeah.
But what's funny is that it's more natural stone, but than that green material.
Hmm.
Which way now, Crick?
I do think Crick needs to give us some answers when we get out of here, though.
Yeah. Which way and how do you know which way?
It's one of the features of this bow staff. I upgraded it before we left planetary access.
Okay.
So
Now,
don't
now
worry
that-
about it.
No, that's if you want to. He can roll for that one to be either deception. Yeah, I think it's deception.
Yeah,
For
it's
you.
gonna be deception.
Yeah, I roll deception.
See,
And what
Yeah,
what I roll difficulty?
It'll be 3 purple, and anybody else can roll perception.
I'm
They-
definitely rolling against this bullshit, yeah.
But his-
yeah,
All right, so his difficulty
Cause-
would be whatever his is. So if
So
you guys
two
don't-
purples then.
yeah, but he failed, so I wouldn't even worry about it.
Oh,
He's
okay.
like, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to succeed, this is how well you. All right, so what it
Oh,
is?
can anybody else smell that?
It smells like shit,
Smells
yeah.
of
No, I would say-
bullshit.
Smells
I'll
of
say
shit,
this.
yeah. I can smell shit as well.
Yeah,
Hey, Zoo,
I
what's...
would say this,
yeah.
Crick,
more-
is that you?
Mm-hmm.
The higher
smells.
perception that success you do, the more you see like he's like, telltale signs of this that he's like, he might be lying or how much he's lying about this.
I got a 1 success, so I know he's lying. What are you hiding, drunky human?
All right, so that's 1 success, 1 success. Now, do we want our Lestat friend want to roll perception?
Roll perception, Johnny. Oh, you're muted, Johnny?
How am I rolling perception?
So where it says character on the green bit in the middle,
Okay.
just click that and it's got the skills.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Maybe 2 purple.
And then add 2 purple.
So I click perception,
Mm-hmm.
and then I add 2 purple.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
And this is to know if Crick's bullshitting or not. 5 successes.
Okay, so it's like so Craig, you're sitting there kind of trying to talk them out, but you're like it's just you're sweating and you're just kind of like nervous and stuff, and everybody's giving just like like the look and the Lestat is kind of like you've seen bullshit before. You played enough like card games and stuff like that. You're like yeah. It's like his poker face is the worst one you've ever seen. But as he's going through and he says like it's like as you guys sit in this one and you guys are facing him, it's like you hear a voice behind you. It's like maybe I can answer the questions for you, gentlemen.
A voice behind us.
And as you guys are
What?
facing him, Craig, you recognize the face of who this being is, the one that's talked to you before. And he's like a little short creature, has a little wooden like like walking stick, and you guys turn around, you see like there's a pale white being standing behind you, and it gives like a warm smile. It's like, welcome.
Pale white like a ghost or pale white like Dave?
Yeah, like no ghost, like ghost, like so it's only like or ghost, like makes it easier, but this basically
Yoda.
guys. No, it's no Yoda. No, no. But yeah, it's like so. It's like right there, and gentlemen, what you can feel. No, what you can feel is like so. It's like you believe there's the dark side against you. Everything's against you. This happens for you guys. You have the light side on your side right now.
I'm pointing my gun at this guy until he explains who he is.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So but what is you guys feel like? No, it's like you're pointing a gun at him, Oliver. You're sitting there, but you feel like no malice. You actually feel calmness. You feel almost like serenity. You feel like this guy looks at you and is like, it doesn't have to say nothing. Just look at you and is like, be calm, my friend. I mean you no harm. Kind of
I'll
look.
slowly lower the gun to 45 degrees.
Yeah, it's like I understand, but this may not be a best place to talk. This is a simple meditation room. Though it's interesting how you got here. Wasn't to be expected, but you kind of see him as he's walking through. He basically phases through the giant Wookiee. The Wookiee's kind of like, what the hell? What the hell?
What the hell?
And he walks up to you. He basically walks up to Crick and sticks his hand out and say, "Welcome here, young one."
Well, I'm glad we bloody made it. You didn't make it easy. And I still don't know what I'm doing here, and I've been lying to these guys to try and get them here, so you better answer all the bloody questions that these guys have, because I ain't got any left.
It's like, that can be all well informed. And he sits there and it's like, no, this may be a little bright. And you see him tap his staff twice on the ground. Everything flashes white. I mean, like blinding white. And as your eyes readjust where it is, you're in the middle of a courtyard. There's like trees and stuff. And you see the sky is completely blue. And you see like there's birds and butterflies kind of flying around. And you see you're in this giant, what you could tell was maybe a temple of white ivory materials, marble. And what you see is like there's like 4 like statuettes of creatures and people wielding not lightsabers but metal swords. And he you see the creature is like a really small like humanoid, and it's more now seems almost flesh but still spirit, like like spiritual clear through. It's like, welcome. It's like, if you wish to sit, I will explain.
How small is this guy? Smaller than a Jawa?
He's about maybe a little taller than Jawa.
Oh, okay. So not Yoda size.
No. He is nowhere look like Yoda. I'll show you a picture of it, but he's just more a material. Like, you see some outlines of a creature, but it's just more of a wisp of a ghost. But it's more solid. I know it may be confusing. The young one, he points at Crick. He has obtained a certain item that has belonged to his family for many millenniums. Quite a few. Start from the very almost end of our ancient order. And he's like, looks at each of you. I believe the term that you use these days is he is of the Jedi. He has a blood of very powerful ones. Date back from a long time, even those I've teach.
I thought they were supposed to be good at piloting.
I told you, I'm a good pilot. It's just sometimes, the force is kind of, with you, not with you. It takes you where you need to go. It's not a thing that
Sometimes the
flow and
hangovers.
control.
Sometimes the hangovers with you. Sometimes it's not. Yeah, we know.
All right, so
Yeah.
and he's chuckling right there. It's like, yes, I've reviewed the memories of young one. Though is that the force was with him, is that there the times he could have died, but you by the skin of his teeth, that you survive. It's that very force that allowed him to survive. That is why he is here today. And through the great crystal beast that you escaped from, we call the tunneler that likes to dig through the core of the planet. And you see it raises his hand, and you see like the pieces of crystal that, like, you know, off the Jawa and the football size one floats, and I'm like, I see you managed to get some pieces from the great living crystal from inside, and floats it right back to you. Only thing I request from you is do not show that to anyone, ever. Because for
Why not?
I shall explain. For the information I give you must not be told by anyone. You must swear a promise to this. It looks like you, Joe, as like I can assure that you can keep your promise. Do
No, I wasn't actually doing that really.
So,
Behind my back in reality.
He's looking at you. He can feel like he's looking into your very soul, like very personality of who you are, and he's just looking at each of you. He's like, "No, she'll tell you of what this place is. This is called the Temple of Tranquility. It is a very ancient temple. You do not know of much, probably, of the history of the Jedi, but this is actually from the very beginners. I forgot the true term, but they're like the Jedi, whatever, like the very old description of these guys, like the very first guys using the metal swords as lightsabers.
Anyone know
Were
it?
they fond-
Any Star Wars buffs know it?
I can't forget what it was, but
Are you muted, Brian?
It's the Jet Jedi.
The Jet Jedi.
yes. And Lily is you're right. This one, the weapons that you guys have are the ones where like the metal swords that where they bonded their crystals to. So this guy has been around from since then. So he's been around quite a long time, and he basically introduced. It's been so long I've forgotten my name, but most of those I've encountered called me teacher because that's what I do. I teach and enlighten, to help those. Now, the one reason as you're brought here, the young one here has gained a very old family item, and you see like the lightsaber that you had on you floats above you. That is from one of his ancestors, almost about a millennia ago. And his ancestor himself came here for training. And there's a good reason why he is here. There is something that's here that needs to not awaken. And he needs to be trained to combat this. But fortunately for you, he does have companions, look at each of you, to help. And those you are not of, the use of the Force, but there are trainers here that can help you expand your skills. Now, I will let you know that the flow of time is different from here than out there. So, it might seem a day or two here, it could be years here. You just don't know. Time flows different. But for now, you see like there's like really old looking droids come out, and you see they come out with like trays of food and fruit and all a bunch of stuff. Please refresh. You will be led to quarters that you may stay, but I need to talk to the young one for a short bit, if that is alright.
Sure, I'll wait. You were going to explain why we couldn't show this crystal to anybody?
That, yes, I can tell you that. Within the core of this planet is, I do not know if you know the term of what I've told, it's called a Kyber crystal. The very core of the planet is a very large crystal. It is a core size planet crystal. It's a very living creature.
Was it the Tiber crystal?
Kyber, yes.
Kyber, how do you spell that?
Yeah. Oh, Kyber crystal?
I think it's as in carry on up the
Yeah, I forgot.
Hyber.
KH.
Kyber.
Yep. So,
Okay.
Does it not have an H?
No,
No, I don't think
not
so.
according to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
No, no. But so he goes on explaining. So on this planet actually beforehand was actually a very green, life-giving planet. And those of our ancient order, those who split through the light and dark, were choosing ways to experiment with the ways of the Force. And those of the dark side want to grow in power, and those of the light side want to, you know, help help protect life. And this temple was through their natural powers and everything they could do is made this temple. It is one of the last vestiges that they have maybe around. But those like he appears out of nowhere the planet itself, and you see like the black wisps and stuff. This is the remnants of their evil that has defiled the planet. And through their use of their like alchemy and their different uses of stuff, has taken all the life of the planet from most part of it, fused it with the core of the planet, which was basically giant, basically a molten crystal, solidified it into this, and they were going to use it into a very dangerous weapon. But luckily, those of the light side of our order dealt with them, and there is a few that still exist on the planet but are entombed and contained. But unfortunately, I believe it's your imperial forces of that currently are those of the evil now have found one of these tombs and are trying to get inside. They do not know what they're dealing with.
Bit when he says the Empire.
Yeah. So as I said, this is why you were brought here for this young one to get his training and to help with your skills. And if you're able to help with what is to be happen, he basically, he like and nothing glows. You see, there's a ship appears. You'll be given this, and it's one of those like very old Jedi kind of like training ships, but is really well built. There's stats for it. I forget what it's called, but I shall give you this, and you may return here anytime you wish, because I know you are needing for to leave, but this is a necessary need to be done, and I would like to ask you for your help.
Now, just even speaking to this guy makes us feel comforted and whole, and like we obviously, he's
Yeah.
like we feel like we want to help him already. Like when he's
Yeah.
asking, we feel like we want to,
but-
don't we?
Yeah, but it's that you can feel like there's no evil, there's no lying. This is a truly positive creature, and he's asking for help because you see there's words to him, and as he's talking to this crick, you can kind of see that like with all the like positive force here is messing with your vision. You can see that there's like two sides. Like there's something good that happens if you guys help, but if you don't help, it seems like whatever's here, that the Empire as it is bad. If this thing wakes up, it will make it 100 times worse.
Guys, I know how y'all feel about the Empire. Fuck the Empire. And
Fuck the Empire!
If this is a cause to get rid of them off this planet, I'm down with it.
I start jumping up and down with my blaster, going, "Fuck the Empire."
Okay, so it's like he looks at each of you. It's like, are you each of you in agreement?
Not.
All right, very well. And like
Yes.
he basically he looks one of those little like droids walk over. It's like, bring the others. It nods, and you see if it basically floats away, and you see as it goes away, and there's like maybe about 20-30 minutes later, there's about 5 or 6 droids come in, and they each have like a like I mean it'd be a holocron, physically, like a holocron in each of their hands, and you see them. They basically stop, put the holocron in their chest, opens up, slides it into it, recedes into it, and you see it. They shimmer, and basically like hologram image of like 5 or 6 other beings pop over there, and they just look at each other and they're like nod and look at you, and they basically bow like deeply to the teacher, and he nods. These each before you are your new apprentices. You shall teach them in your skills and what they need to deal with, and each of you must give time. Looks at the young one. Look, he calls you young one because you're young to him. To our new apprentice of the Force. And he must learn for what he needs to be trained. And you see the lightsaber that was your hand pops to him, and basically it vanishes. Until you're ready, you shall not receive this again. But his other hand pops out, and he tosses to you. You receive a training lightsaber. You shall practice with this. It shall no harm to people, but it might leave a bruise or two.
Training montage.
All right, so if you guys want to, we can have a 5-10 minute break.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So it's like, like as you guys are probably, doing whatever, and the teacher stands before Cricket, and basically, he just, looks at him and just like, yes, young one, you probably want to know more of your family history, but it's very long. We have many information we can give you, but let you know you are of a line of great warriors, very loyal, very true for their word. But I will see that you are trained as I've trained many of your brethren. Even your grandfather was a great one.
Okay, well, I guess I'll try to pay attention.
And he chuckles, trust me, I have trained many young ones, including ones just like you.
And these,
So,
I was going to say these little hologram, these 5 holograms. These are training dummies for us to use.
oh no, these actually are, they're really, they're, people.
Oh,
They're actually, they're interactive programs that mimic the memories and knowledge and skills of those people before. And they're, yeah, so somebody's like, if you're good at piloting, you're good at this skill, they're basically trained in certain skills.
so they're
They'll train you.
training us.
They'll be
Okay.
training you, but also training Crick himself in
Okay.
different ways of the Force. Now, let you guys know, you guys they actually have training facilities. They actually have ways of enhancing your items, your armor and stuff like that, or you can create stuff. And each you gentlemen have is equivalent to 3,000 credits of stuff to build, or make, or use.
Wow.
So, and
Do I get an extra 3,000 credits?
nope, it's that you have 3,000 credits of materials and stuff to use. So if you always want to build like a baddest Jedi
okay.
robe, there's stats for like baddest combat Jedi robes later on. If you want to use after your training, you can get a pair.
Well, I'd like to
On-
modify some guns, buy some guns, get some armor. Oh yeah, that sounds great fun.
Oh no, so they actually have they have
more guns.
Yeah, so they have access to like modern schematics to ancient stuff. So there's some stuff that has not been used before, or certain things that because one of them actually is a very small human woman, who basically you can notice that she has like tools and looks like she has like some kind of scanning device on her face. And explain each of them, like this one is basically a master inventor, who basically of the Force, who basically can create some amazing stuff. So who can help you with what you're creating. You don't have to roll anything. You just ask her what needs to be made, or like what something you want. There you go.
So, little meta gimme. There was a guy once who made a lightsaber rifle. However, he got banished for creating it. I take it that wouldn't be something that they would be able to find out about.
Actually, if you see it, that the librarian they actually had during the Clone Wars, there's actually there's a comic book where there is a lightsaber weapon that is a blaster rifle that she used to fight against some of the forces while she was trying to take certain things from the Jedi Temple. There is maybe possibly something like that, but it looks frowned upon. But there is possibilities to have something like that.
I just quite like Etiel, because you're my man. You know how I like my guns. What do you think about just a rocket launcher? Let's just get some heavy artillery. That could be my next gun. I've got my little blaster. I've got a shotgun. Let's get a rocket launcher.
Well, actually, there's something
I would fully go for it, because you fire a rocket launcher, you're just going to go flat on your ass, and I am there for that.
No, Oliver, I'll let you know. There's actually one of the books. There's actually you know the 19s like action pack where it's like that grenade launcher where it has like barrel of that. There's actually stats for that, so you can literally wield like a grenade launcher and pop stuff on people.
A grenade launcher.
Mm-hmm.
Much is that? How much would that cost?
It's within your 3,000 credits plus with some mods to it and enough ammo to use for it. So yeah, that could be. I got you, man. Don't worry. By next game, you're gonna have it, and it's gonna be really nice.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Like wee grenade launcher, wee noob cannon, pop, 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 pop.
So yeah, and basically it's like you basically I'll have it rigged out the way that each of the grenades will have different effects. So you basically choose like if it's this type of grenade, and you basically can input something onto your device to tell it what it needs to be, just like kind of like Green Arrow's thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it would be for grenades though.
nice.
All right.
Nice.
So if you guys want to it's correct. The teacher's trying to tell you ways of the Force, what's going to happen to basic drills and stuff. He's going to teach you where everything in the temple is. You guys are willing to explore it is fine, but I'll let you guys know from after all this training, you're given 80 experience stacked on what you get today to use to enhance what you have.
Oh, so we're getting 80 XP plus something at the end of the session.
Yeah. Because 80 experience is like all that training you have. So it's whatever you want to do. If you want to go through, finish your path of your specialization, that's fine. If you want to increase your skills, that's fine. Or if you want to get to another specialization, do that. Now, what I'm gonna do with Chris is basically show him go through different Force specializations. And whatever he wants to do. If you want to do martial arts, there's one of the specialization for the Force is a martial artist. If you want to go that path. But also, what I'm gonna do for you is you're gonna get a free style to use as a specialization. So like the different styles they have, you can choose one of those styles to get for free as a specialization for the Force.
Awesome.
I've added 80 XP to my sheet for now.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying is. But this is basically you guys are getting basically. It's like it's that training montage. Yeah, and for like the piloting, like whoever wants to increase their piloting stuff, they actually have a hologram program. So it's like pilot seats, and it's like very advanced system that you've never seen before, where it's basically a hologram of space battles. Flying different types of ships, encountering different types of creatures. Even things you've never seen before. And that's just some examples. And especially if you for creating these fighting like the training dummies, it's like a hologram room. But what it does is that the whole room changes for different fields. It could be like a jungle, snow and stuff, and different creatures and different people.
Just like the training room in the X-Men 90s cartoon, actually. They had that.
Yeah, the danger room. But yeah, it's pretty much kind of like that, kind of similar to that. But this is advanced stuff, and in the you can call it the inventor. The inventor explains that she created everything in here, and she continues to keep tweaking for every person she meets. The new technology they encounter, she takes that in and just modifies it and makes it better. Then you have who's basically the weapons master, who basically is just really built out. A Zabrak, and he's huge. He's huge. He's bigger than Crick, and he's smaller than the Wookiee. He's that big.
Probably around the Lasat size, maybe.
Yeah, he's about that Lasat size, and he's pretty big. But it's like each of these teachers, and so you guys are like, you know, training and stuff like that. And so right there, so if you guys have any questions, right there is like you can explore the temple. It's huge. Now this time it's like, you know, this is why you're training and stuff we're gonna do. You're welcome to search it. There's a library. There's you know, like personal quarters. There's the armory, which, you know, it's like something that they have there, and there's the place where you make stuff, whatever. And there's the hangar where the ship is.
And we're getting to use this ship. We're getting to borrow a ship.
Actually, he says.
Oh no, he gave us it.
Yeah, he said he shall give it to you after this is taken care of, and you may do it with what you want.
We're gonna name it the Long Shot too, so that you don't have to change the name of the table in RPG sessions.
Yeah,
No, that's fine.
break it.
Second time lucky, boys. Well, now we've had more than 2 ships actually, haven't we? we've stole a few. How many ships have we totaled so far, including that tank? About 5 or 6. About 1 per episode, I think.
Yeah.
I think we got 2 in 1. I think we average about 1 per episode.
If we don't crash a ship, people would be disappointed.
Yeah, it's come to be
Our
expected now.
trademark.
It's our trademark, yeah.
Okay.
We've got two new party members. We've not let them try pilot. They might actually be all right.
So, gentlemen, I'm actually gonna post up what the ship looks like,
Ooh, okay,
and just see if anybody gets right there. Is that
I'll get ready to
the
show
ship
it.
is there, but it's that you notice that there's a lot of difficulty locking systems on it that you cannot even break. But as he said, is that as soon as
But
you're
we
right there,
can.
yeah.
Right, I can. Right, I'm going to show this again.
It looks like that.
There it is, the Long Shot Mark II.
All right, cool.
And this is of a very old design.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very adequate for what it does. But this one is like probably 100 times better what you had before. And it's like, you know, it actually has a small meditation room for those of the forest. There's, you know, a little workspace. There's a couple places to like bunk out. The front has a decent bridge, and the weapons are basically what they are on the sides. But there's also rooms for like upgrades for the starship, but they don't have the facilities here for that.
I mean, for putting guns and stuff on the ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they can do basic repairs, but not the full like customization that you want to. But like
Okay.
other like
Yeah.
startups. But yeah. So this is what you guys have. As I said, you guys are welcome to learn around, trying to find anything else.
I'm going to have a look around our new ship, actually.
All right, so you're
Yeah.
looking through the ship.
Making a
as you
few
guys doing,
tweaks.
yeah. So what is everybody else doing?
I'm gonna take a ride. I'll walk on the ship as well. Get
Okay.
the know the land of it.
All right, so what is Brian and Chris doing? I know Chris, you're probably interesting to figure out some stuff you can do.
I'm working on my force meditation in my mind, battling and honing on my martial arts skills. Kind of like the Matrix sequence of
Yeah.
when he's in the chair and he wakes up and he's like, I know Kung Fu.
Yeah. So what it is that something like that is that there's you probably have heard of image training where you're training in your mind. And what this one is actually a very really nice version of it. You do like the force version. And you feel like you're like there's like, you know, you might be at the dojo and you're with the other master. That you see that as you see that there's literally the full version of them, and they're literally training you through this. And through this way is that these seem like you're getting trained faster in a short amount of time. So your skills are getting better. It's like right there, it's like, oh shit, I can do this. So within a couple days, you're lifting up a pebble with the force. You're just like, that's cool, and stuff like that. Now, Brian, is there anything you want to do? Trying to figure out what you want.
Deathroll's probably gonna be looking at melee training.
Oh, so yeah, it is leads you into a like, you know, big like a battle arena, and you see they bring out like these giant kind of like stone droids, and you see they come lumber up to you and they kind of smash their fists, and you see they have like kind of like a shield around their arms, like electrical shield, so you can bash the hell out of them as much as you want, so they can fight you, and they block. So it's like like basically kind of like a boxing match. So you're
Yeah.
fighting all the hell you're doing. So and they can take a beating. Now those who are on the ship, you notice this thing is in pristine. It's like there's like like oaken, like trims of this, and this thing it's just like like rich nobles like from even Alderaan if they had something like this, really nice.
Nice. Yeah, and then eventually we'll make my way to like the workshop to start working on maybe a new weapon.
Oh yeah, and what it is that you're working through the weapon and you see like the inventor shows up, and there's a huge codex of different weapons that there's there and very old ones that I've not seen for quite a couple of millennia. So it could be something that is never seen before that you can create.
Cool.
And what we're gonna do from here, we're gonna end it. Yep.
Okay.
Kevin, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Now is
Yeah.
you guys. Now for the additional that you get from this, you get an additional 15 for all the amazing job you guys did.
Nice.
So you have a total of 9 to 5 to use to increase your any way you want to do it. And
Nice.
now what I also will do is if you guys like do something cool like write up something small like say hey I want to train doing this and it's like a small little scenario you can send to me. Between that you might get between 5 to 10 extra experience.
Cool. Well, we've got the XP thread in Discord. We can just do it there.
Mhm. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just let me know and
Yeah.
just at me, like
Sweet.
so I can pop up. But hey, I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for the game, man.
Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
And
you.
I'll just let you know as you guys are
So-
sitting there. Yeah, like I'll just one last tidbit. As you guys are sitting through this, there is a focal force vision between each of you. You see this, and Crick, you're sitting there training right there, and you stop. It's like everything slows down, and you guys all see this at the same time, seeing each other. You see, there's like it goes to like a dark mountain, and you see there's Imperial forces, and you're flying through this. Then you go as you're going through, you see like the different levels and stuff into the inner sanctum of a tomb, and you see there's a guy standing there, and it looks like the garb of the Imperial Inquisitors, and there's 3 of them there. And you see the one there's like this one there's like probably higher up or whatever. Seeing that looks at the temple like like this giant stone tomb, and this thing is about 10 feet high and 20 feet wide. And you see them just sitting there. They each stick their hand out to the force, and you see it rumbles, and the thing hisses open. And you see like smoke billows out. And you see right there, you see something chained up like this, and you see like there's like hoses and stuff and chains, and you hear the smoke billows out from this. You see these 2 glowing white eyes pop up. Large head stands up, looks at them, and you feel it looks at you, and it stops.